Jason Crabb is a celebrated determined in present-day Christian and Southern gospel tune, recognized for his soulful voice, heartfelt lyrics, and deep-rooted faith. Over the years, he has constructed a great profession as a singer, songwriter, and performer, earning multiple Grammy and Dove Awards, even as inspiring thousands and thousands with his track from his early days because the lead vocalist of the Crabb circle of relatives to his a success solo profession. Jason's adventure has been certainly one of determination, perseverance, and unwavering perception in the power of gospel track. Born on March 3, 1977, in Beaver Dam, Kentucky, Jason Crabb became raised in a musical circle of relatives with robust Christian values. Alongside his siblings, Adam, Aaron, Tara, and Kelly, he became part of the Crabb Circle of Relatives, a Southern gospel group that fast gained countrywide reputation in the 1990s and early 2000s. With Jason's effective and expressive vocals at the forefront, the Crabb Circle of Relatives launched numerous chart-topping albums, such as Through the Fire, The Walk, and Blur the Lines. Their tune combined traditional gospel sounds with present-day influences, appealing to an extensive target market, and incomes them a couple of awards, such as several Gospel Music Association GMA Dove Awards. Their songs, regularly focused on topics of religion, perseverance, and divine intervention, have become, as the Crabb Circle of Relatives' reputation soared, they toured, notably acting at church buildings, music galas, and primary Christian events across America. Jason's voice became the signature sound of the organization, and come to him admiration for his ability to bring deep emotion via his making a song. However, after more than a decade of fulfillment, the Crabb-owned family announced their selection to disband in 2007, permitting each member to explore their man or woman musical careers. Determined to hold his sharing his faith through music, Jason released his solo career and quickly made a widespread impact. His self-titled debut album, Jason Crabb, became launched in 2009 and became a prime fulfillment. The album won the Grammy Award for Pleasant Southern USA Bluegrass Gospel Album, proving that Jason's transition from a set singer to a solo artist becomes seamless. The standout track, Sometimes I Cry, became a deeply personal and emotional track, resonated with audiences dealing with struggles and challenges in their lives. This music solidified Jason's popularity as an artist who could connect with listeners on a profound degree. Following the fulfillment of his debut album, Jason endured to launch seriously acclaimed track, similarly organizing himself as a force inside the gospel tune industry. His 2013 album, Love is Stronger, showcased his versatility, incorporating elements of modern-day Christian track, USA, and Southern gospel. This album featured collaborations with famous manufacturers and songwriters, assisting Jason reach a much broader target market at the same time as staying genuine to his gospel roots. Jason's capacity to combo extraordinary musical styles while retaining the integrity of his message set him other than many artists inside the Christian song scene. His live performances became acknowledged for his or her strength, authenticity, and worshipful surroundings. Whether appearing in a small church or a sold-out area, Jason had a way of drawing humans in together with his passionate shipping and heartfelt tales. In 2018, Jason launched Unexpected, an album that earned him any other Grammy Award. This undertaking similarly cemented his fame as one among gospel music's maximum dynamic and influential artists. Featuring songs like Day One and Washed by Way of the Water, the album emphasized subject matters of redemption, desire, and the transformative electricity of God's love. Beyond his music profession, Jason has additionally made an impact as a creator and speaker. His ebook, Trusting God to Get You Through, shares his non-public testimony, highlighting the trials he has confronted and how his faith has guided him via existence's challenges. He has traveled throughout the United States speaking at church buildings, conferences, and events, encouraging others to persevere directly to their faith and consider in God's plan. Jason's contributions to gospel track have been identified with several awards, consisting of multiple Dove Awards and Grammy nominations. He has collaborated with an extensive variety of artists across one-of-a-kind genres, from gospel legends to present-day Christian and musicians. His potential to connect with various audiences has allowed him to convey gospel song to new listeners, whilst staying real to his mission of spreading God's word through music. Despite his enormous fulfillment, Jason stays grounded in his religion and family. He remains an influential voice in Christian music. The use of his platform to uplift and inspire others, whether via his effective vocals, his deeply personal lyrics, or his heartfelt messages of wish, Jason Crabb has made an indelible mark on the arena of gospel tune. His career is a testament to the strength of perseverance, faith, and the belief that tune may be a vessel for God's love and style. As he maintains to write down, document, and carry out, Jason remains dedicated to his calling, making sure that his track will keep to the touch hearts for generations to return. Jason Crabb had constantly been a man of faith, a person who believed within the energy of God's light to heal even the innermost wounds. However, not anything in his lifestyles had prepared him for the loss that would shake him to his center. It was a chilly December morning when he acquired the telephone name that modified the whole lot. His father, Gerald Crabb, were struggling with fitness troubles for some time, but Jason had held on to hope. He had prayed relentlessly, believing that God would provide them greater time collectively. But the voice on the opposite cease of the line informed him otherwise. His father had passed away peacefully in his sleep. The information hit Jason like a freight educate. He felt as though the air had been knocked out of his lungs, and the load of grief settled heavily on his chest. The past 2 nights sped, talking about faith, the training and track, the encouragement to use his voice for the honor of God. Gerald Crabb were greater than a father. He were Jason's mentor, his religious manual, and his largest supporter. The concept of continuing without him regarded unbearable. As Jason sat in his living room staring blankly at the ground, his spouse, Shelley, lightly located her hand on his shoulder. Tears welled up in Jason's eyes as he leaned into her embrace. He desired to be sturdy for his own family, for his mother, his siblings, and his children. But at that moment he felt like a misplaced baby, trying to find consolation in an international that suddenly felt emptier. The days leading up to the funeral had been a blur. Friends and fellow musicians from the Gospel Global reached out, imparting their condolences and prayers. Bill Gaither, one in every of Jason's mentors, called to remind him that his father's legacy could live on through his track. Through the lives he had touched, the Crabb circle of relatives, though they had lengthy pursued character careers, got here collectively all over again, united in grief. They sang songs that had as soon as delivered them a lot joy, now singing them via tears. At the funeral, Jason stood earlier than the congregation, suffering to discover the right words. His father had continually told him that track became a language of the soul, so in place of "speak me," he sang his voice, normally strong and assured, cracked with emotion as he sang Via the Hearth, a tune that had been a testimony to their family's faith through trials. The lyrics took on a new "which means." Now he wasn't just singing them for a target market, he changed into singing them for himself. In the weeks that Jason observed himself thinking matters he had in no way puzzled earlier then. Grief had a manner of shaking even the strongest foundations. He discovered solace in his spouse and children. However, the nights have been the hardest. He might sit down by way of the piano, gambling softly, hoping to hear his father's voice in the melodies. One evening, as he sat alone inside the studio, he found himself talking to God, asking for electricity, for peace, for know-how. And in that quiet second, he felt something, an unexplainable feel of calm, a reminder that his father became now, not simply long gone, Gerald Crabb's voice lived on in the songs he had written, within the faith he had instilled in his children, inside the endless lives he had touched. Jason knew he had a desire. He could allow grief eat him, or he should honor his father's legacy by persevering to do what he had been known as to do: sing, worship, and convey desire to others. So he poured his emotions into his subsequent album, writing songs that said loss, of religion, and of the desire that in the future they could be reunited in heaven. As the months passed, Jason observed recuperation in his tune, and within the love of his family, he stood on level yet again, singing no longer just for the audience, but for his father, who he knew became still looking over him. And as he sang, he felt it: the presence of God, the warm temperature of his father's love, and the unshakable perception that even within the darkest moments, religion might deliver him through. Thank you a lot for looking. I certainly respect your guide. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and remark below. I'd love to pay attention what you observed. See you inside the next video.